Alright, so let's talk about the Hyperliquid ecosystem, and in this video I will be covering about the Hyperliquid, why it is built different and what is the future of this Hyperliquid and what is next into the airdrop. So before going into the Hyperliquid ecosystem, just giving you a few stats that can actually give you excitement why you should know about the Hyperliquid. So the first thing that you have to understand is Hyperliquid has airdrop around $10 billion of the hype token to the early users, and those users were just around 100k, which were the actual users, but the people who are active users, they were just 10,000 people, and 10,000 people were receiving insane amount of airdrop from the Hyperliquid. And right now they are running season 2 of that airdrop, and a lot of users are still not onto the Hyperliquid ecosystem. So this is a really great chance for you to be a part of this Hyperliquid platform, and you can also get huge amount of hype token into the airdrop. But before going into the airdrop part, let's try to understand why Hyperliquid is different. So the first thing, you must be using the centralized exchange such as Binance. So but there is a limitations over the Binance, is that this is not like your funds are into the custody of Binance, not in your hand, but the experience is wonderful. But the same if you go to the MetaMask based decentralized exchange, there you realize the funds are in your hands but the experience is not good. So there is a trade-off in both the situation. If you're on Binance, then funds are not with you, but if you are on decentralized exchanges, then funds are with you but the experience is not with you. But that trade-off was actually an opportunity for the Hyperliquid team, and they have come up with a beautiful exchange, the Hyperliquid platform, which gives you the experience of custody wallet. So where basically they will give you full ownership of your funds with the experience of centralized exchange. So if you click on the start trading, and they will take you to the app.hyperliquid.xyz, and here you can see exactly like kind of the same experience just like as the Binance over the Hyperliquid. And these experiences are not just limited to the spot trading. Here you can do perps as well, exactly as smooth as on the Binance platform. So this is a really great experience. So once you start using this Hyperliquid platform, then you will realize how smooth this Hyperliquid, exactly the same as the Binance. So this is the part. So second part is, if I talk about the price action, so the price of the Hyperliquid right now is trading at around $40, and the supply of this token, which is around 33% into the market, which is 333 million tokens are into the market. People are comparing this Hyperliquid is the future, and this can actually surpass the Binance market value. So if you see, the Binance is trading at around $90 billion right now, and they are comparing it that Hyperliquid will surpass this Binance. So based on that, if you see, to reach up to the $90 billion of market cap, Hyperliquid is have to do like 3x from here, around 4x from here, because this is standing at 40 billion. So 40 billion, which is around 2.5x from the current market price. So if you see the trade-off, so if you invest into the Hyperliquid just right now, then we can see the upside of around 2.5x or 3x, in the maximum case of 4x if price goes to $160, which is really a bullish case. But if we talk about the neutral case, then we can expect that price of the Hyperliquid can reach up to $100 or $120 into the neutral scenario. But that is just 2.5x or 3x of max. But if I tell you that there is a better opportunity to be a part of the Hyperliquid ecosystem, and you can gain the insane amount of the airdrop actually, so that is the airdrop of the Hyperliquid season 2. So I've asked the ChatGPT about the airdrop. So if you see, the full token supply of the hype token was around 1 billion, out of which 310 million, which is 31% of the total supply, was airdropped during the season 1. And they have promised that 38% of the tokens will be airdropped into the future. So season 2 is running. So if you see at the TG 29th of November 2024, airdrop fully unlocked 31% of the hype, and core team was actually allocated with 23%, but they are locked, and the emission of these tokens will start from November 2025. So like you can see here, they were actually locked for full 1 year. So that actually started unlocking from 29th of November, but that's separate part. So if you see, the circulating supply right now is 33 million, but they have promised. So here's a clear-cut comparison. 1 billion token is the total supply, 31% actually airdropped, remaining is for the core contributors, and remaining 38% which is actually going into the future airdrop. And if you compare the active users of the Hyperliquid platform, at the time of TG there were 100k users, and right now they have around 200k active users. In users there is not much insane growth. Actually there is a growth, but if you see from the perspective of airdrop, they are just 2x growth into the users, but the volume is insane. Right now they are having around 300 billions of volume into the Hyperliquid ecosystem. So this is a greatest opportunity. So like you can see, nearly doubled from 100k airdrop recipient to 190k active users. Evidence of sustained engagement, means Hyperliquid ecosystem is growing. But from the airdrop perspective, if you see, there is not much insane growth into the active users. So we have just 2x competition with the same airdrop size. Even if they distribute just 20% of the airdrop, that will be insane. 20% of hype token, that means 200 million hype tokens. And at the time of launch, I'm expecting that this airdrop will end by the November, and in that time, if the price of Hyperliquid is around $80, assuming $80 into 20 is equal to 16 billion. This is gonna be greatest of airdrop. So how to farm this airdrop? Using the airdrop, it's very simple. What you have to do is you just have to go to this website, which is the Hyperliquid website, and they have two things where you can actually do activities to gain the points. First part is Hypercore. So the platform that you see is the Hypercore. Here everything is running on the Hyperliquid internal platform, internal chain, but they have also recently launched an EVM, and on that EVM, like the other EVM on Ethereum, Polygon, Arbitrum, we have same places like HyperLend, where you can actually lend and borrow. HypurrFi, the same lend and borrow. Unit protocol, where you can actually bridge the asset from one place to another. HyperSwap, just like Uniswap, you can actually swap the tokens from one token to another token. So exactly the same as we have into the Ethereum ecosystem, the exactly same thing over the Hyper EVM chains, but you have to do something smartly here. But I will be revealing that full strategy about the airdrop, how to farm maximum of the points, how to farm maximum of the airdrop into the next video. But just a very quick summary, like how you can actually farm the airdrop of the Hyperliquid. So ultimately they are going to give you most of the airdrop to the people who are helping them in getting the more business. As a Hyperliquid, just think from the Hyperliquid point of view, from where if they are getting the more business, they will incentivize only those users. So from where they are getting most of the fees, from where they are getting the most of the amount, that is Hyperliquid core, this platform, because people are trading here in insane amount of, especially James Wayne, if you know him, like he is liquidating and trading for in more than like 500 $200 million. So they are the people who are helping to grow this Hyperliquid ecosystem. They will be incentivized, not the Hyper EVM users, because the fees collected from these EVM platform is not very high. It's not very high. So most of the fees that is collected on the Hyperliquid ecosystem, that is coming from this Hypercore, by trading here, just by buying, selling, going into pubs. So these are the places. If you go into this section, if you go into this profile section, and then this is into referral section, There is a very clear cut point here. If you notice properly, if you start clicking over this create code section, then you can see create a referral code just after $5,000 of more volume. So they have a criteria here. I can understand, I can sense this. If you have a volume of $10,000 at least throughout the journey, like till the normal, if you are able to build $10,000 of volume, I think you are eligible for the Hyperliquid airdrop. So this is one criteria that I'm continuously looking into it. But for the strategy, I would really suggest you just do as much as possible the volume over this Hypercore platform. This is Hyperliquid platform, not too much on these platform, but still you also have to farm onto these, but the ratio will matter more over this Hyperliquid platform. So I will be sharing my referral link. If you will be joining, like you will see, if I click on enter code, then you are using the code CPRO. So basically you have to use any code to join in. So I will be giving you my referral link into the description box of this video, so that you can just click and join in this Hyperliquid platform. That will actually indirectly help me. So if you trade any amount of dollars over this Hyperliquid platform, I will be getting very small amount of fees. That kind of an incentive for me for creating these videos for you. But still, I will create another separate video just on how to maximize the points, how to maximize the airdrop allocation over the Hyperliquid platform. Don't take this as a very small airdrop. This is going to be insane. A lot of people I've seen into my connection, they have created a lot of money just from Hyperliquid. They just invested $200 or $500 into the Hyperliquid, and they receive insane amount of dollars from Hyperliquid. So take it serious and just do it, because this can change your life. So I will be revealing the full my strategy, how to get more and more points into this Hyperliquid airdrop season 2. So that's it for today's video. See you into the next video. Thank you.